Whether you work hard or play hard, Biosteel helps you perform at your best. With clean hydration. Fuel with Biosteel.
Gotta say Charlotte.
Charlotte.
I don't think I'm
Say it, Scowls.
not at all, because I think they gave away that she's not winning by having her advertised.
They
And
did.
her
They did that
announcement.
with Cody, bro.
Yes, but you knew he was winning. You knew Cody was winning because
But
you knew
you
he was
can't
getting
say
back to the
that if
belt.
that's not the case.
Yes, I can, because she is going to win the chamber
Yes,
to
they
fight
can.
Tiffany.
Because I'm Scows and I know all.
So
Yeah,
you're saying that Punk being advertised last year wasn't a dead giveaway.
Right.
It was. It was a dead giveaway. He was supposed to win, and what was he supposed to do? He was supposed to win. They had to change it on the fly, as we all know.
Mm-hmm.
So who cares if it was advertised or not? Both champions are a perfect setup for Charlotte.
She's not going after
Split one
Rhea.
and one.
She's going after
Split one.
Tiffany.
But I'm just saying, split 1-1 with Rhea at Mania, and then Tiffany Stratton, the up-and-coming star, with a tailor-made match. Both matchups are perfect for Charlotte.
Oh yeah.
So who's winning the men?
Who's winning the men's?
Yes.
Punk.
I gave my prediction as far as what I think could happen. But if I had to pick one person to win, I think they go Punk.
So who's he challenging? Gunther?
I mean, they're going to get the belt off of Gunther. I think they get the belt off of Gunther at Elimination Chamber.
No.
I think it's Rollins wins it at Elimination Chamber. And you got Rollins and Punk at Mania.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
The original plan.
It was not for a championship.
The
Or
original
it's
The original plan was not for a championship.
Rollins and Punk
it's
doesn't
a
need a
three-way
title.
with a three-way with Drew.
Rollins and Punk at Mania 40 was the original plan for the world title.
Yeah.
Until before Punk got hurt.
It doesn't need to happen with a title.
But now it's probably going to be a three-way with Drew.
I could see that.
I think the winner of the men's is going to be on the
You would
SmackDown
like it to
side,
be a three-way.
and the women's is going to be the one that challenges.
Wouldn't you, Jamie?
On the Raw side, and I think the chamber is going to be the opposite.
What'd you
That's
say?
why I think
I
Charlotte.
said you'd like it to be a three-way, wouldn't you, Jamie? Fucking
yeah.
weirdo.
Three-way dance, baby.
Giles, how did you say it was going to go?
I think the men's winner is the one that's going to be challenging Cody.
Okay.
Or if it is Kevin Owens, if he wins, I think Sammy wins the Rumble.
I agree with that. I agree.
If that's
the
case, then yeah.
And then you have the women,
but it won't.
You have a Raw. You have, if Sammy wins, then you have a SmackDown women's wrestler win the Rumble. If
that's how they did it last year, though,
then why would Charlotte win it this year?
Never mind. Yeah, you're right.
If SmackDown won the women's Rumble last year,
brand splits,
why would they do it again? That's my point.
I'm sticking with my pick.
The year before that, you had Rhea Ripley win. She was on the SmackDown side also, because Rhea switched teams. So 2 years in a row, you've had a SmackDown women's wrestler win that Rumble. This year will be different. And then Charlotte will win the chamber, and that's how she'll challenge Tiffany.
Wasn't Bayley on SmackDown last year?
Correct.
Okay. And then you said Rhea won it the year before.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And what side was she on?
She was on SmackDown because Charlotte was a SmackDown wrestler.
No, she was on Raw.
In a row won the Rumble.
She was on Raw. And
No,
then
she was.
After she won the match,
They moved Raw after she won the title, yeah.
But she challenged the SmackDown person is what I'm saying.
But when she won the match, she was still a member of Raw.
But she's challenged the SmackDown champion, is my point.
Still.
So why would they do it for a third year in a row from the women's?
because that's where they need the most help over there.
But then you don't have a SmackDown star win it. Charlotte is a SmackDown roster wrestler.
Bingo.
If they
Elevate
need
it
help,
right
if
off
they
the
need
bat.
help, then you're going to have a Raw women's person do it so they can cross over.
That or just have a returning star.
But Charlotte is SmackDown. That's what you're missing. They don't need to have her help that division if she's already on the roster.
I will say this. Next Saturday we'll find out what happens.
But
Bingo.
that's my point. But that's my point, Jamie. If you're trying to help that division, then you put somebody else from the Raw roster to challenge them.
Or that's where they just return her.
It doesn't help the division when she's already a SmackDown star, is my point.
Oh, she's been gone for a fucking year.
But she's still on the SmackDown roster.
Okay.
So
All
you
right.
don't
Well,
have that person do that on the same roster. Charlotte can win the Chamber and challenge Tiffany. Bailey,
that's
who
just like
just
your
moved
opinion,
to
man.
Raw from SmackDown, could win. But I think if you're going to have anybody win, it's either going to be Bianca or Io to
The
challenge
Rumble?
Rhea to win the Rumble.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Well,
If they end the
Charlotte-
brand split, you will never see half of the wrestlers that we see on TV.
And the brand split have one championship, don't have two.
Then-
Scowls, when Charlotte
fire-
wins the Rumble,
Fire 150 wrestlers if you
No.
want to end the brand split.
They don't have to fire anyone.
You'd have to.
you would
They have over
technically.
200 wrestlers on their team. You would never see 100 of them if you got rid of the brand split.
Hey, real quick, Scouts. When Charlotte wins the Rumble,
So Cam,
you
you're
Uber me cookies.
advocating for people to lose their jobs. Just remember that.
They wouldn't necessarily lose.
You would have to because you'd see the same people
That's
on every
the
single
assump-
show.
That's the assumption.
No, you would see.
that's
look
an
what they
absurd-
do.
that's an
Look what
absurd
they
thing to
do
say
in TN.
to
Look what they're
someone.
doing in AEW. That's exactly what would happen if you ended the brand split in WWE.
Yes.
Look what they do in AEW. You would have the exact same situation in WWE if you ended that brand split.
Missed my shot.
If you end a brand split, it would turn into that. For all the people that don't like the brand split and say that it's not real and all this shit, it would fucking end 100 wrestlers' jobs because they would not use them on TV. They would all be sitting in catering, and we'd have TK back and Vince in WWE again.
Yes,
That's
I
exactly what the
agree.
fuck would happen.
I agree with Scryles. With right now they are shuffling it around, but we are in the Rumble season. We know the road to WrestleMania gets a little bumpy and crazy, but there are still some wrestlers, Motor City Machine Guns, DIY, Pretty Deadly, you don't see on Raw. They're exclusive to SmackDown because that's where they're assigned.
So
They get their more TV time there. If you combine, remember the days when Raw and SmackDown was the same story, the same talent, and everything. How fucking dreadful sometimes it was.
but sometimes you've seen some wrestlers just exclusive to one show without being exactly titled
Not-
exclusive to
Nope.
one
Not
show.
before the brand split.
guys
Not
on-
when there was no
you
brand
can see
split.
guys on SmackDown, but you've seen them on Raw.
No,
No,
not before the brand
Barely.
split. Before the brand split, it was the same stars. It was
On both.
basically a free recap show to get people to watch
for
Raw.
your storylines.
Yeah, there was never an exclusive talent to any of it.
I
When
know.
the brand split happened, without a brand split, you don't have, and I don't care what people think,
Well,
you don't
the
have
roster
Randy
wasn't
Orton.
also
You don't have John Cena. You don't have the fucking beast Kurt Angle. JBL doesn't get a shot. Batista doesn't get this shot. It's because they had the TV time. Brand split equals TV time.
well, brand splits also, at least in this case, because WWE is very top heavy.
right. And how many more matches are you seeing of other talent getting time to develop and grow in NXT because they have an additional brand of NXT?
Yeah, without a brand split, you have just the main top selling story collectively three
This
times a
right,
fucking week.
right there, Ryan. Eddie never would have won. Rey
Hands
Mysterio
down.
never would have won a championship.
You would have never got past. It would have been. You would have had Batista. You would have had Cena because they were fucking picked and plotted. You'd have had Orton. That's all you would have had. You would have had those three. That's what they needed. They had a permanent baby face, a permanent heel, and a guy in between. They had the Attitude Era all over again. Without a brand split, people like Edge, Eddie, Mysterio had the chance to have that TV time to showcase their abilities.
If we didn't have a brand split right now, you would not see Chelsea Green. You would not see Piper Niven. You would not be seeing Mishin. You would not be
Okay.
seeing. You would just see Rhea, Bianca, Bailey, Charlotte,
Jade.
and then a few other ones. You would lose half of the women's division because there would be no TV time for any of them.
I got Punk winning the men's, Charlotte winning the women's, DIY